Welcome back. I'm so glad that you've chosen to join me again today, and I am glad to see you. Today, I want us to talk about the best day ever. Now, when you are thinking about the best day ever, you may be thinking about a day in a vacation that you took, or maybe the day you got married, or maybe a birthday party, or something like that. And those are indeed wonderful days. And I'm so glad that you've had some wonderful days that you can think back to as being some of the best days ever. When we talk about the best day ever today, I want you to think about all of these things that you just thought about, these wonderful days, as being exactly that. These were wonderful days. Whether by accident or whether because you planned them, they were wonderful days, and they stick out in your memory as being days well worth living. So what I'd like for you to think about now is all of those other days that are in between. All the days that are normal, or maybe days that aren't so great. Now, before we go any further, I want to say that we are looking at most days, but not all. You have those days that are already wonderful, wonderful days. But then we also all have had those days that are not wonderful. They're the opposite of wonderful. They may in fact be the worst days we have ever lived. Whether you've experienced some awful tragedy, lost a loved one, or experienced some sort of trauma, lots of times the only thing we can say about those days is, thank goodness we don't have to live them again. And those days are now over, and we can work on coping with the aftermath. So those days are not really candidates for the best day ever. And the wonderful days are best days, but they're also wonderful days that we don't have to work on. The best day does not have to be the best day compared to all other days, just the best day you can make today. And then each day becomes the best day ever, the best today ever. And again, we're not talking about those outliers, just kind of our normal days. And you may be thinking, that sounds like crazy talk, because normal days are just normal days. They're not necessarily good. They're not necessarily bad. But let's look at how we can make each day the best day ever. And I'm going to give you an example that I had last year of a not very good day that I decided I'm going to make this the best not very good day that this can be. So about a year ago, I was biking to work. I was riding my bike along a busy road, and there was someone who switched lanes unexpectedly, and I had to sort of hurry and get off the road onto the sidewalk. And what I didn't see was there was a lip on the sidewalk, and I hit it at just kind of a funky angle, and that was it. The next thing I know, I'm sliding across the pavement into this parking lot next to this sidewalk. And some of you all may have had a bike accident before, or some other major fall, and they're awful. They hurt so badly. And this fall hurt really badly. And I was between my bike and the pavement and was kind of in shock. And I'd had a shoulder surgery earlier after a skiing accident. And it's just a side note, I don't want to lead you all to believe that I'm super athletic or anything like that. It was really the first time I went skiing, and I fell then too. So it was not really a great year for velocity. So anyway, my first thought was, oh no, I've hurt my shoulder again, and I've messed up all the surgery that I had on it and everything. But it turned out to be okay, and I called my office and said I wasn't going to be coming in, and then I went to the doctor and got all fixed up. So anyway, when you're thinking about this, you're like, yeah, that day sucks. That was not a good day at all. So to make it the best not a good day, when I review it, I think about the wonderful, kind woman who stopped and said, I saw you fall, and I saw the truck switch lanes, and I was so worried when I didn't see you get up. So I stopped, and can I drive you to the hospital? And the construction worker who was working on the building in the parking lot where I had fallen came up and said, when she takes you to the hospital, if you want, I'm going to take your bike back behind here so nobody takes it while you're getting all fixed up. And they were so kind, and that was such a wonderful opportunity to get to experience the kindness of other people. And then we went to the hospital, and I thought, you know what? This is going to be okay, because I had already had shoulder surgery and I'd met my deductible. It was so exciting. Honestly, just having that thought made me think, oh yeah, everything's great. Everything's fine now because my deductible is already met. So there was a positive of the day. And then, my husband picked me up from the hospital, and we took my bike to the shop, and they fixed it, and it was all good as new. And I went and saw the same wonderful, wonderful physician who fixed my shoulder, and he fixed my wrist, and he with another little surgery, and it's all wonderful. It's good as new. And for a really terrible thing to happen, it was the best version of the terrible thing that could have happened. And so when I look back on it, I think about all of the things that surrounded that were really good, that made it the best possible bike accident that I could have had. Now, if you are thinking, Joliebeth, that is ridiculous. That is a ridiculous story. That's okay. You don't have to look at some terrible things and just keep trying to look for the positives. It is also totally okay to sit and think, man, this was really awful, and I'm just going to experience the really awfulness of it and acknowledge that it was really awful, and you know what? That is okay too. So let's look at just the normal days when you may be going to work, or you are driving your kids around, or you have classes, or any of the busy activities that you have during a normal day. How do we make those days the best days ever? So here are some little tricks that I do and that I work with some of my clients on as well, so that you can have mostly best days ever, minus those outliers. So the first thing is to decide. When you wake up in the morning, while you're laying in bed and you're waking up and your alarm's going off and you're thinking, I'm going to get up, to decide, you know what? This is going to be the best day ever. Now, I'm not going to stop there, because it's all good and well to say, yes, this is going to be the best day ever. But I feel like it's important to have a plan. So after that is when you decide why. Why is it going to be the best day ever? And there is nothing too small. It could be that when you get up, you get to have a nice cup of coffee, and on your way to work, you're going to listen to some music that you really enjoy that gets you pumped up for the day. And then at work, you are just going to do your best work. So when you come home, you can look forward to watching a favorite show, or playing a new video game, or eating dinner with your family. And you have these things to look forward to and be grateful for. So recognizing those things that you can look forward to and be grateful for is an important step in creating the best day ever. And then when you go to sleep at night, you can think, yeah, everything that happened was normal things, but they were the best normal things that could happen on this day. Now, there's sometimes, and we've all had these days, where you wake up and you're like, oh, this is not going to be any kind of a good day. It's going to be a tedious day. Maybe I have meetings, or I have to go to, a doctor's appointment and get blood drawn or get a shot, which I know a lot of people are like, oh, shot, it's okay. That is not, I don't look forward to those things. So that's usually not a place that I can look forward to during the day. And so you're thinking, there's going to be some things today that I am not looking forward to and that I'm not going to enjoy. How do I make this the best day ever? So you can think while you're waking up, Well, I'm looking forward to this thing being over, and that's okay. You can look forward to that thing being over. That's a great thing to look forward to. You can also decide that you are going to add little things to make it the best day ever. And they can be little rewards. And some people think that's cheating, to give yourself little rewards for doing things that you don't like to do. I give you permission to cheat. It's totally okay to give yourself little rewards for doing things that you don't like to do, or things that are just going to make you very tired. Before, several years ago, I sort of front-loaded my counseling schedule to where on the first day of the week that I went into the office, I saw 9 clients back to back with just a small break. Now, I want to tell you that I am so lucky in my job because my clients are amazing and I look forward to seeing them every single week. When you see 9 clients back to back, by the end of the day, you are exhausted. It is so tiring to carry all of that, no matter how much you enjoy what you are doing. So, in order to really have something else to get me through those long days, I used to get these little drinks. They were called VUCA energy drinks. They were sugar-free energy drinks, but they were really fizzy and they were really delightful. And I would save those just for Mondays, and I would bring one to work. And so it was this little thing that made it a really good day. I'm having my little VUCA, and I'm seeing my really awesome clients, and it's going to be a really great day. Or if it's, all right, I'm just going to meetings, and then I have to go do this other thing, and then I'm just going to be driving around. It could be, well, it's a beautiful day outside, so while I wait to pick my child up from whatever activity they're doing, I'm going to roll down the windows, maybe listen to some music and just enjoy the breeze. Or it could be I'm going to listen to a TED Talk as I drive around to my errands, or I make the long drive to wherever I have to go that's a long drive. You can also think about things that research shows helps people feel happy and have really good days. And some of these things are learning new things, listening to music, exercise if it's something that you enjoy, like if there's a dance class that you like to go to, or just going outside for a bike ride. Or also talking to people. If you think, okay, well, I have to make all of these stops at these different stores, engaging in conversation with other people can give you a little boost and help you feel like, yeah, I had to do these sort of mundane things, but it was a really good day. So these are just some little things that you can think about and try, or if you don't want to, you don't have to do that either. But if you want to try tomorrow or today, and then let me know what you think, you can leave a comment, and I'd really like to hear about what you're doing to make your days be the best days ever. So, for the rest of your day, wherever it takes you, I hope that you have a best day ever. Thanks so much for coming to visit with me again, and I'll see you soon.